our way now into the oldest part of Seattle. Now this area over here, it is actually known as Pioneer Square. Now I told them that they had a little fire as well. What all took place back in 1889, there was actually a local carpenter. He was boiling some glue. Well, now he really wasn't paying attention to what was going on. This glue had actually boiled over and caught fire. Now his shop, it went into flames pretty fast. Right next door to him, a liquor store. Yeah. Fire and alcohol do not mix. So kaboom, there was a huge explosion. All 29 blocks of Seattle at the time burnt to the ground. Now miraculously, nobody was killed in this fire, and as you can see in the city of Seattle, they decided to rebuild. But they came up with 2 rules for rebuilding the city. The first rule said that everything had to be built out of non-flammable materials. Well, as you can see, everything's built out of brick and mortar. Now Pioneer Square has one of the highest concentrations of Victorian and Romanesque architecture than anywhere else in the United States today. But now the second rule, Seattle was originally built on the tidal flats. So every single time the tide would go out, the city would be pretty smelly and dirty. But get this, every single time the tide would come back in, all the toilets would overflow. Yeah. So they would prevent all this from happening. So the second rule stated that all these storefronts, they had to be built at least 10 feet in the air. Well, they built the street to match it. It was at least 10 feet in the air. However, it took them 20 years to put the sidewalks in. During these 20 years, little shops set up down below. So they finally came in to put in the sidewalks and entomb those shops underneath the city.